Okay, Shane Chunning here, and doing some testing on arrows lately. Specifically the Carbon Express red zone technology. They're creating basically a shaft where you have each end is the stiffer end of the shaft, and the actual spine rating is throughout the middle. What they're saying is a faster recovery rate, better broadhead flight, and so forth, and just testing that out with some different setups. I've been shooting a lot with the Easton torch arrows and hex arrows the last couple of years, and really been liking those. Tolerances are very, very good on those as well. But I wanted to compare basically similar light walled shaft as far as GPI goes. I believe these are coming in like 8 points, I don't know, 8.4 or something like that. But and then I believe the hex are coming in at 7.9. But just wanted to go through these, look at the consistencies and the straightness of the shaft. This is a ram spine tester, so just want to show you here. I'm going to go through 12 or so arrows, and you can see spinning these. Okay, that arrow there is probably within 0.01, 0.002, 0.0015. Okay. There's another one. This one's less than 0.001. That one here, another one, 0.001. This one here, less than 0.001. Another one less than 0.001. This one doesn't really move at all. This one's about 0.001. Another one less than 0.001. Another one less than 0.001. That one's right at 0.001. Less than 0.001 again. Again, these are actually these aren't the select. These are actually just the regular blue RZs 350 shafts. They're actually rated at 0.0025 for straightness. But just with testing a lot of the Carbon Express arrows, usually their rating is that's about the max. Usually your ratings are plus or minus that particular straightness number. What I find on the Carbon Expresses, it's usually actually the max is about that number. It's rare that you're going to see something come plus, say, a 0.0025 shaft ends up being a 0.005 shaft for the tolerance difference between the plus and the minus there, and the 0.0025. So as you can see, these aren't even the selects. The selects are rated at 0.001, but these for the most part are coming in right at 0.02 and under. Another one at 0.001. Okay, here's one at 0.0025, which is basically what they're rated at. Another one here, 0.0025. 0.002. I believe I pulled these 6 off. There were 6 out of, I guess, 18 shafts here. Those first, whatever it was, 12 that I did were pretty much .001 and under. The other ones here, the remaining 6, those were right at .002 or .0025. That one's .0025. That one's .002. So as you can see, there's basically 18 raw shafts and a very good average. Most everything was .002 and under. So I'm going to build these. I actually ended up building some of these with some weights because I want to compare. I'm running the Easton. Hex and the Torch right now with 75 grain inserts. So I wanted to make a fair comparison of the two arrows. These here, I ended up putting the standard inserts in, 100 grain tip. These are cut from both ends. I want to keep the ratio of the stiff side the same from front to back, like they're made originally, and a full raw shaft length. This is actually cut to 26.5 inches raw shaft. And then what I did is I ended up using gold tips weight inserts, and I screwed in a 50 grain insert on the back of that shaft. Now what I found was interesting doing some bare shaft tuning is when I actually, guys don't have the means to have a ram spine tester or anything to that matter, and they wonder how you're going to actually spine index spine index your arrows. Well, usually I can sit there and tune the nocks, so I'll turn each knock until I get everything to fly consistently out of that same exact tune of the bow. And then once everything's in tune and everything's flying straight, you can turn those nocks a quarter of a turn and usually you'll get a tail left or tail right. Well, what I found interesting with these, I was shooting some bare shafts through these and I had very minimal. I could take that knock and turn it 90 degrees 4 different times, and I would not really get any left or right deviation at 20 yards on the tail end of the shaft. So it's making me wonder if the technology built into these shafts are actually stabilizing the arrow faster like they were saying in their technology. So I'm going to test some long-range groups with these when it's all done. I'll do some long-range broadhead groups as well, and I'll test the Easton Hex and the Easton to Torch with basically the Carbon Express Maxima BLU RZs 350 shafts. So we'll see what happens there. I'll do another video clip of some long-range groups when I get a chance and the weather's better. But for now, spec-wise, these are actually specking out really good. I believe weight tolerance-wise, they're coming in at I think it was there's within 12 arrows. There's nothing greater than 2 grains difference from all 12. So spec-wise, they're looking really good, and they're definitely within their tolerances. So I'll be curious to see how this all pans out, and who knows, I might end up shooting these this year. So far, right now, tuning-wise, knock tuning, turn knocks, everything's looking really good. So it's making me wonder how well forgiving, or how more forgiving they're going to be downrange. So I'll get back with you next time in some long-range groups. Hope that helps.